Marley Mayfield again.
Just because you are an Arab, that does not mean you are a Muslim. Prophet Muhammad said, 3 generations after him will no longer be of him. The Arabs have deviated from Islam and set up different sets of Islam. When the Arabs find their way back to Islam, they will realize that the black man and woman in the wilderness of North America are Muslims too. What's going on, family? I am student minister of construction, Brother James 23X, better known as Shutter Man to God. Welcome to the nation inside the nation. I am your host. At my headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, welcome to the Shutter Shack. Everything begins in the Shutter Shack, but it does not end here. Today I would like to talk to you about just because you are an Arab and you was born in the East, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Palestine, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, India, all those places. And there's more. There's Muslims all over the world now. Just because you was born there and you are an Arab ascent, that does not mean you are a Muslim. And that does not mean that you hold control of Prophet Muhammad, may peace be with him, his word. That does not mean you are a righteous person because you are an Arab, an Arab. And let me tell you why I'm talking about this. I've been doing business with Arabs for over 30 years. Just like I've been doing business with Jewish men for 40 years. I've been doing business with Chinese men, Irish men, black men, just all types of men. I have never seen an Arab prostitute, or I have never seen, years ago, Jewish men own stores in our community. But they went from owning stores to owning the property, went from owning the property for owning the banks, and went from owning the banks, all of that, international bankers and different things like that. Jewish men. I have never seen a Jewish prostitute before. I have never seen an Arab have his daughter, his sister-in-law, or his mother in a store and allow black men to play with her or have sex with her. I have never seen a Jewish man, and I've been in business for 35 years. I'm born in construction. Born in construction, owning my own business. I'm not talking about working for nobody. I'm talking about writing my own check. I've never seen a Jewish man have a business and have his daughter, his niece, or his mother in a business and allow a black man to come in there and disrespect his people, female people, or have sex with them. Now, this week I'm dealing with the Arabs. Next week I'm dealing with the Jews. Now, just because you are Arab, that does not mean you are a Muslim. You have Arabs are Muslims. You have some that are Christians. You have some that are Jews. You have some that are Hindu, Buddha, Catholic. You have some that are Jehovah's Witnesses. But since a lot of us don't have the proper teaching, Arabs come from the East and start businesses in our community. But they don't live with us. They don't bank with us, and they don't do business with us. You have a lot of Arabs come and open gas stations and different liquor stores in our community. And we call them they have these gas station babies having sex with black women, getting our sisters pregnant, and you got all these gas station babies running around all the cities of America now. And then the Arab get in his car and he go live over there with the Indians, or he live with white folks. But he definitely don't live with us. I'm not beating up on nobody. I'm just moving the veil away, because if you call yourself a Muslim, then there's a standard that you're going to have to live up to, or we're no longer going to deal with that foolishness no more. You cannot be a Muslim and own a liquor store. Yes, you cannot be a Muslim drinking alcohol, selling drugs, having sex with everybody else's woman, taking advantage of the condition, knowing that the black man and woman in the wilderness of North America is spiritually, physically, and mentally dead. And then the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad through the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Now, why did I say through the Honorable Louis Farrakhan? Because you have a lot of people teaching about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but they don't talk about the minister. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad put the minister in his seat and gave him his power until he returned. So you have to deal with the protocol. When we talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you have to talk about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, because he has not deviated. Arabs have came in. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some good Arabs in our cities, but they're not good enough. Because if they're good enough, they will challenge the Arabs who claim to be Muslims and are not. That means that they are blood suckers. They suck our blood, sleep with our women, and you got probably some sleeping with our little boys and girls, and going back like every other race of people have came and destroyed the black man and woman in the wilderness of North America. The adjuster came, the insurance adjuster came, and he looked at the black man, and he said that it was a total loss. You know when you have an accident in your car, and when they say it's a total loss, they pay that car off, and you have to get you a new car. That's what they thought about the black man and woman in the wilderness of North America. They did not even attempt to think that the black man could be raised back up based on 440-something years of slavery, chattel slavery, mentally slavery. But I heard a voice in heaven. Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, came, the God, and raised a man who only had a third-grade education, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and raised him up mentally, physically, and spiritually. And Master Farad Muhammad, blew into the nostrils of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and taught him. And what was a total wreck? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad took the black man into a garage and began to work on him, working on the fenders. The A-frame and the bumpers was bent. The windows was busted. All the airbags was out. The battery was dead. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad took all the teaching that he got from Master Farad Muhammad and brought the black man up And we steady coming up, man. And we steady coming up. But it's still more work for us. It's still more studying. It's still more praying. It's still we need to be patient and have more respect for our women, our children. And the Arabs have come into our community. And let me tell you why I'm making this video. I normally keep a case of water in my car or my trucks. But the other day I was thirsty and I went into a little store in my community to get a bottle of water. So there was like 4 or 5 people in the store, and we keeping our space. We showing love for each other. Because all the black man is love. But he don't know how to love himself. He's mentally dead. And as the minister say, you have to love the black man more than he hate himself. So it was 5 of us in the store. I'm the 4th one. And then the line, they kind of moved around. Everybody in that store, 4 people beside me, I bought a bottle of water. Everybody in that store, they only bought blunts to smoke marijuana. And I looked on that wall, the glass, bulletproof glass, because you know they do business with us behind 2-inch, 3-inch bulletproof glass. Our Arab brothers and sisters. And I looked on that bulletproof glass, and this man had like 50 different flavors of blunts. That's what they cut and they dump it on the ground. And then you look on the ground, you see the little, the tip of it say 2 for 99 cents. And they dump the tobacco out and they put the marijuana in there and they roll it up and they smoke it. I believe that the government is in with the tobacco company and spraying that paper with a chemical, because these Negroes are going mad over this, and this stuff is worse than heroin, it's worse than crack cocaine, in my opinion. So I'm looking, and they're using link card, ink card, bink card, and he's selling them blunts with link cards, which that's illegal. And I'm just looking. And when I get up to get my bottle of water, I asked him, I said, are you a Muslim? He said, yes, sir. I said, if Prophet Muhammad, may peace be with him, walked in this store, would he be pleased with you? And he held his head down, and he didn't say nothing. And I grabbed my bottle of water, and I walked out the door. And I took that bottle of water and I threw it in a garbage can. It's a disgrace how we as men how allow everybody to come into our communities and offer us everything that God rejects us. Our children are destroyed. Our women don't listen to us. And they turning on themselves, going down on each other. And I just wonder, how in the world can you tell me that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan are not true Muslims? And you drive 45 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, to come in our community and do us like this, a dead people. Know that we need your help. Know that we need your love. Know that we need your understanding and some of the knowledge that you have. Even if you just came and taught us Arabic, that would get some of the blood off your hands. So I say today, no, you're not no Muslim. And you need to stop perpetrating a Muslim. Because a Muslim is one who submits his or her will to do the will of God. And Allah, God has not come in our community to sell us pork and blunts and cheap bottled water. So before you go around on Friday praying all day, saying Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, when that kufi on your head, perpetrating a fraud. Check yourself. Ask yourself this question, my Arab brothers and sisters. Is Allah, God, pleased with me? And am I a brother or a sister to the black man in the wilderness of North America, or am I an enemy? Because this jig is up. I definitely will strive to get every blunt out of Inglewood, out of South Shore, out of Roseland, away from the west side of Chicago. You need to go to Indiana to buy blunts, because it's a disgrace how we have become as a people. And then you may be watching me and you may say, oh, but I don't smoke reefer. I know you don't and I don't. But you know what? Our children do. Some of our wives do. Some of our husbands do. Some of our brothers do. Some of our sisters do. And you say, oh, I'm not taking no shots. I'm not getting no needles at no clinic or the doctor. You don't have to. They spread the damn paper. Any time that you have to wake up and smoke a blunt, or your day gonna be miserable. You're a dope fiend. And that's not putting you down. That's telling you, check yourself. I say you're not a Muslim, my Arab brothers. I say we're gonna check you out for like at least 90 days. And I'm gonna read the Quran. What's the standard of a Muslim? I'm gonna look at the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. What's the standard of a Muslim? And I'm gonna go into the store and I'm gonna call you out, because you're no longer gonna represent a fraud in my community. You're gonna be 100 with black people, or you're gonna get your ass out of the community. May Allah be pleased with you. May you be in such a safe place at such a time. War is going on. The Bible said it will be rumors of wars. But war is going on. Satan is fighting hard because he is at the last round, trying to take all those with him. Yeah, I said some work black people got to do. The Christians, black people got to do. The Jehovah's Witnesses, this will work for all of us. But you're no longer going to use black people to take care of your community over there where white folks at, and we get nothing out of the deal.